It's Crimson Conversations, and I'm with Chris Marval. Welcome to Crimson Conversations. On last week's show, you saw me talk to Chris Marval about the hybrid school of wrestling.
And I'm still wearing the same shirt.
So am I, but I wear this shirt every time I do an interview. It's a little secret, you know, we film these back to back, but don't tell anybody. Last week, we talked all about what it takes to become a pro wrestler. Today, I just wanted to, find out a little bit more about the man, Chris Marval. So, right off the bat, how long have you been a wrestling fan?
A wrestling fan since I was 5 years old.
5 years old.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long that is, but...
A long time. You can tell by the gray hair.
That's true.
Yeah, that was about 33 years ago.
So...
You do the math.
Around 85 or so?
Close. About 83.
Oh, you've been a fan a little bit longer than me, but I'm a lot older than you, so that's all right. I just have less gray hair, so you can't tell. I'm just blessed that way.
If I wore a mask, I'd hide it.
Oh. That's it. That's why I wear the mask, to hide the gray.
Right.
Who were your favorites growing up?
My favorites growing up, when I was young, I was told I was a big Scott Casey fan and Continental Lover fan. I used to impersonate those guys all the time. So they were from Southwest Championship Wrestling.
That's why I'm completely lost, because I grew up on WWF in Northern California.
Yeah,
so
I grew up with the well, if you could see on my wall, those are the old school, the Von Erichs, the Freebirds, Wizard Brody.
Let's take a look at those real quick.
Walter McDaniel. That's the guys I grew up with, because that's the wrestling my uncles watched. So
that is very cool. Okay, now that we got a little bit behind the scenes on Chris there, what was your favorite match as a fan?
As a fan, I was a big Ultimate Warrior fan. Any of his matches were always, you'd want to be focused on the TV regardless. I mean, look at it now, they may not have been the best technical wrestling matches, but just watching them when you were young, and at a young age, you just had this aura and you just felt connected to the TV all the time. So
it was pure energy.
All those matches were always great. My one that always sticks out to me was the Hulk Hogan Ultimate Warrior match.
That was a great match.
Yeah, that was a good match. Yeah, you just felt the emotion and stuff when you saw it. So I always remember that match.
My favorite match was actually his match with Savage the year later.
Oh, okay.
I love the story they told from the second the Warrior walked out till Savage walked away from with Elizabeth. So
yeah.
It was pure drama in the ring.
Yeah, it was good connections back in the day. People were invested.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Now they're not. I don't think they're as invested as into the wrestlers as they used to be.
I think they're more accessible, so they're not quite as fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, I'm here. I must mean something.
They could get it anywhere, I guess. Back then it used to be a lot more.
You got your title matches once a month if you were lucky.
Right.
I was going to ask you where you were trained, but if you watch last week's show, he was trained by Rudy Boy Gonzalez.
Yep. I actually started off with Prince Fontenot. He did American Championship Wrestling, which later became Anarchy Championship Wrestling with Darren Childs.
Okay.
And
I worked a show for Prince once.
Yeah, I started with him, and I was there for maybe 3 months. I did a show with him. I think it was.
I believe I met him once at that. Remember that wrestling shop that was on Calabria for a short period?
Yeah.
I think I met him there, but
I did a show with him and Ken Johnson, and Rudy showed up one time, and he saw us, and I don't know, it was just one of those things. And he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna start doing shows at Splash Mountain. You want to come do shows?" And we're like, "Hell yeah!" So
nice.
Once we were there, he took us in and helped us get better.
What guys did you train with? That are still working, or maybe not working anymore?
Well, Kakaloa, he was one of Sean's students. His name's Lawrence. He was one of Rudy Boy's right-hand man.
Okay.
And he stretched us and beat us up for almost 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
At Rudy's school. So that's
Old
how
school.
I was trained. Yeah, it was something, yeah.
Let's see, I was... Looking back, I knew you used to be a team member with Don Juan in the Texas Treats.
Oh, yeah, memories.
Yeah, I knew him as Andromeda when he had his feud with the Congregation in RCW.
Yeah, I wasn't there at the time, but yeah,
no.
I saw some of the...
That was some of my favorite times. And,
yeah, we all have...
Not that I was involved with that, but this guy who looked a lot like me. Yeah, he had a feud with Andromeda.
I see.
Him and Schizo.
Yeah, Schizo's cool.
Oh yeah, Schizo's great.
Schizo's another one of Rudy Boy's students.
Yeah, yeah. Now, speaking of RCW, you've had like an on-again, off-again relationship over the past few years.
Yeah. I mean, if we've always, I guess, come full circle. I guess I don't know how they say it, but we started with Brendon, I think, in 2004, 2005, and
Back in his early days.
yeah, he was barely getting started, and I worked for him for maybe like 5 years. It was a good time. I mean, I don't regret that time at all. It was just, then you know how wrestling business, you fall apart. You know,
Right.
Bridges. I never say bridges get burned. I think they just get broken a little bit. And then
They're
they
only
get
burned
repaired.
if you want them to be burned.
Yeah. So yeah, we've had our differences and came back and we've talked and we've, you know.
Yeah. In my notes, I was going to mention one of your students worked the last RCW event because you've been at RCW, the last couple RCW events with the booth, you know, getting the word out for the school, right?
Right. Yeah. Brandon's let me set up a table there and promote the school, which is pretty awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know Brandon used to have a school, but
Yeah, like I said,
we
that
don't
was
have the
one
building anymore,
Yeah,
so-
that was run by Masada for a little while.
Right.
I don't remember what happened, what the whole story was at.
yeah, I'm not sure what the story on that was either. So where all have you worked? I mean, have you done any work with ROW? ROW?
ROW.
Well, how about I could be mentioning ROW, Reality Wrestling. You ever work with them?
Booker T, nope, never have. I was supposed to. I had people contact me about it and never fell through. You know.
I ref for them once, was supposed to go back, but things didn't work out, then I never got asked back. So,
Okay, yeah.
what about Ring of Honor? You ever done any?
That's where I've done a couple shows, and then I had my infamous ankle break there in Ring of Honor with Paul London
Oh,
in 2002.
That's not-
No, that's not nice.
no. It's memorable
Yeah,
though.
it's memorable. Yeah. I still to this day, I run into guys who were on that show, like Homicide, and Homicide was there when I
Yep.
broke my ankle.
Oh, wow.
So that's how even Steve Carino was there. I mean, Mason Red, a lot of these guys were. It was one of those shows, you know, that was amazing. They had so much talent on that show. Well, they still do now. You know what I mean? It's one of those consistent shows that's had tremendous talent from the day it opened till now. You know.
Did you ever do any work with CZW with Masada?
I did one show this past last WrestleMania weekend. Masada was able to get me on there, and I wrestled Andy Dalton on that show.
Oh, okay. I met Andy Dalton once or twice myself.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
What is your favorite moment in the professional wrestling business?
Favorite moment? I think right now, I mean, helping train guys is one of my favorite things to do. Even I have guys who've been wrestling that come in, and I am able to teach them stuff that they never seen or you know what I mean, our experience. And
Yep.
just giving people knowledge that I have is pretty awesome, pretty memorable for me.
Where do you see yourself down the road? Like 1 year, 2 years, 5 years?
Hopefully in a bigger building, you know, with a lot more students, and you know, I want to see if I can get people from out of the state to move here and come to the school, or you know, maybe a different country. They see the
Nice.
school and come, and that would be something that'd be pretty awesome. Just have somebody see me from across the world and say like, hey, this is school I want to go to, and come. You know, that's a pretty awesome goal.
That would be pretty cool. What's next for Chris Marval?
Man, I take this day by day now. You know, I'm at that age where I'm like, you know, I'm not trying to fight to be a main event guy. I'm just here, you know, just to hang out with buddies now, and I guess at shows, and you know, and have fun. You know, I'm not the type to. I don't know, it's one of those things. I'm gonna have fun, but I'm still gonna do my job while I'm in the ring. You know, I'm not gonna.
Gotcha.
I'm still gonna go out there and, you know, try to steal the show, I guess, or try to be the best match on the show. But I don't take it as trying to get a contract right now anymore. You know,
Gotcha.
I just wanna do it for my students and stuff like that.
Very cool. And you can be reached through the hybrid
School
page on
Wrestling
Facebook.
page, yes,
All right, that'll be in the description down below.
right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, right down there
Yeah,
somewhere.
right there.
Yeah, right there. Somewhere down there. All right, that's it for Crimson Conversations this week. We'll see you next time. If you haven't gone to RCW, we've got a great show probably this weekend, if I'm remembering when I'm recording this right. So we'll see you guys later.
Peace,
Thanks, Chris.
bro.